You guys back here. Very good morning to you. Hope your day is going well. So I wanted to talk to you about something about adversities. Adversities are a springboard for success, putting out the fires, and how you need to always think about transcending beyond that. Whether you are a career professional, whether you are owning a business, or whether you are heading a department, whatever that might be, right? And where I was coming from, right, is from an angle where you will invariably find that if you introspect, whoever you are, right, career professional, 9 to 5 person, or solopreneur, business owner, CEO, whoever you might be, right, you will always, if you find, you will always come to realization that you got rewarded for solving problems, transcending beyond adversities, whatever they might be, right? And I think that's the key to success in any endeavor, anything that you take in your life. And I'll take two examples. So one thing is basically blast from the past, right? So when I introspect myself in terms of where I was and where I am today, I always used to work for big corporations, and then I steadily built my career graph. So I started with programming and the whole procedural language, then object-oriented programming, and some of these terms may not make any sense to you, but I started from quote-unquote a programming world, and then steadily built my path into management, consulting, and then getting into the executive sort of quote-unquote executive management level. And the more I started growing my path, the more I realized that the way I was able to do that was because of sheer ability to getting certain opportunities thrown at me. And for example, in big corporations, right, you will typically find that there are always some revamping going on all the time, right? So there is many corporations have legacy systems, outdated processes, and for whatever reason, such as technological changes, upcoming trends, regulations, you need to make sure that you are keeping up with latest and greatest. You are also keeping up with your competition, and as a result, they take on many different projects that allows the company to become to position themselves in a competitive manner. And so whatever that might be, like legacy systems, remediation, revamping your processes, workflows, and one thing that I can attest to that was whenever I was able to make progress in terms of my career path or my job title was because of them giving me a chance or me raising the hand up saying that yes, I want to work on this project, right, which is no one has done. Number one, which is either no one has done, or maybe is because they don't have any other resources to handle to, and they want results. So long story short, right, whenever the point that I'm trying to make is if you are a career professional, you will find that out that whenever you have got a promotion or a raise or salary or bonuses or next level of reaching that next level of ladder is because you are bringing value. You are bringing value to other people, to that company. You are making other people succeed. You are making other departments succeed. You are making that company's bottom line succeed by taking on those problems head on. So that was one example, and I'm quite grateful for many ways, in many ways, for me getting that chance to grow myself. And then the second example that I can take right now, I'm running a business, right, and then no business is devoid of any sort of challenges, issues, setbacks. sometimes you may get the feeling that when you take a look at other people's blogs or posts on social media, that oh man, how come they have like perfect business going on, or how come they have perfect life going on. And I can equivocally tell you that there is no such business, there is no such person in this world uh, who is not trying to put out the fires, who is not trying to solve these problems. And you will get rewarded, you will get uh, recognized or rewarded for solving problems, whether it is the company that you work for, or the people that you work with, or it's your own business. And you can talk to any successful person, they will come back at you and tell you that I'm always thinking about that big picture view. I'm always thinking about how I can make certain tweaks in certain sections of my business that will allow me to achieve that 5x, 10x, 15x, 20x growth in my business. So right now, right, just to take one example, one of my friends, he told me that maybe you should also talk about the dark side, quote unquote, the dark side. And where he was coming from was basically not necessarily painting the dark side, but also rather talking more about, rather than painting this hunky-dory picture, of your life, your business, maybe you should talk about what sort of challenges, difficulties, setbacks that you are facing day in day out. So I'll take to honor that comment, right? I'm going to take this one example. So right now, right, I'm working on my business, trying to get it progress, trying to get it advanced. The other day, I came up with the to-dos, right, for my business. And we are in the fourth quarter of this year, couple of months remaining for year end to get close, and I still have many open items. So just the day for yesterday, I started jotting down what is that I still need to get completed. And the more I started writing down, the more my list started growing. And what I'm working on right now is essentially hitting on like top 2 or 3 items that is going to give me most bang for my buck in terms of my time, energy, resources, so on and so forth. So talking about some of the other challenges, right? So right now, one challenge that I'm trying to transcend beyond is my email marketing solution. And what has happened, right? When I started my business, I went there with high expectation, and I am able to make big strides. But in the event of doing that, I came to realization that I was never actively present in my audience's life when it came to email. So my email list started growing organically. I didn't have to spend a whole lot of money on that. Organically, over the last couple of years, my list started growing. But what has happened, my list is completely inactive. Well, not completely inactive, but most of my list is completely inactive. And as a result, when I'm sending now emails, my emails are getting suffered because they are either getting spam, marked as spam, or people don't know who I am because they might have opted in to my freebies, my lead magnets, maybe a year and a half back, but I was never actively present in their life. And as a result, I'm seeing a lot of opt-outs. I'm seeing a lot of people not opening my email. So right now I'm working on that, because what has happened right now, all these internet service providers, Microsoft, Yahoo, Google, these are the biggest 3 providers, and they are becoming more strict, more disciplined in terms of the email deliverability. And they use all sorts of signals in terms of how recent is your email, how many people are opening up your emails, how many people are marking your emails in the spam box, how many people are not simply opening, so on and so forth. So there are a couple of other matrices, and I'm trying to get over that. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that don't don't get infatuated with some of the things that you see on the social media. If people are not talking, that doesn't mean they do not have challenges, setbacks. But this is one example. The second example is I'm trying to work on my copywriting skills. And many a times we take it for granted in many ways, that we think that having a great website may will do the trick, or maybe having a good social media presence with if you're posting consistently, it will add some value. So that is all good, but unless and until you can also have a copy, and what I mean by copy is the words that people see when they come to your any one of your channels. So that could be your emails, that could be your website, that could be your social media, whatever those channels might be, right? So they say that picture is worth 1,000 words, and if you talk to me, copy is rather worth 10,000 words. So that's how important the importance of copywriting or copy is, because copy is the words that people see, or copy is something that people watch you if you are putting out the video, and how well you are able to relate to their challenges, pain points, frustrations. That becomes one part. Second part becomes like how well you are able to relate to them, how well you are able to invoke some kind of emotions. So copy has lot many elements in that. That is something I'm learning, and so that is not necessarily like a dark side, but that is something, an area to grow upon. That's one area that I'm trying to improve myself. And then there is another angle, right? So you can either do all these things yourself, or you can try to delegate that, you can try to outsource that. So I think you need to strike a right balance, and that is what I'm trying to make a big stride towards. So I'm trying to come to a point where I need to become dangerous enough that I don't have to rely on these great copywriters, these great email marketers. At the same time, I need to know enough in terms of how I can roll up my own sleeves and not rely on my team, not rely on outsourcers, so on and so forth, and be able to do that job myself. So that is where I am right now, and I thought I should talk to you about this, because I started with adversities or springboard for success, and I know for a fact that if I'm able to transcend a couple of these challenges that I'm currently facing, I will be able to achieve that 2x, 3x growth in my business. Number two, it is also going to help me acquire my skill set. I'm gonna grow myself by acquiring that skill set, and I know some people, they do all these things at an ease. I still haven't reached that phase, because my feet are right now on a couple of different things, and I'm trying to optimize my time, energy, resources. That is where I am. So always remember that adversities are not necessarily bad. The challenges, setbacks, if you are facing that, you will always have an opportunity to transcend beyond that. You just need to know how. You can do it by either acquiring that skill set yours, or simply delegating that task to someone who has complementary skill set of those domains, those areas of expertise, and you will always get rewarded for solving problems. You will always get rewarded for putting out these fires, and look at them as positive things, and you know where you are in terms of what are some of the things that you need to be working on. We have right now maybe 13, 14, 15 weekends remaining, 13, 14, 15 weeks remaining. We are in October, so we have 3 months remaining. Come up with a list of priorities in terms of what are your to-dos, what are your to-dos. Focus on like top 2 or 3 items and get it done. So that is what I'm doing on. That is what I'm working on as well. So signing off for now. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye bye.